The weather. The pulse of our planet.
Large tornado in progress.
Capable of catastrophic destruction.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Leaving landscapes in total ruin.
Totally mash up, everything flattened.
As global temperatures rise, the weather is spiraling out of control.
Oh, shoot.
With shocking up-close footage.
We had 24-foot dumpsters rolling by.
Oh, shoot! I'm losing it. My trailer's going.
From the front line of fear.
This might be the last time I'm in my house.
Tornado!
I got sucked out feet first. Felt myself hit the ground.
Our island is in trouble.
We meet the people who have stared death in the face.
Oh, dear God.
All I could hear was run, run, run.
And miraculously survived.
Look at that!
The world's deadliest weather. Coming up, an unstoppable inferno rips across Los Angeles in the US.
Oh no, this is not good. The heat and smoke and embers were so intense. It was like apocalyptic.
Engulfing neighborhoods.
Our house is on fire, officially.
And forcing thousands to flee their homes.
I see, like, the entire hillside burning.
In Italy, a devastating deluge after relentless rainfall causes flash flooding. Trapping residents on their rooftops.
Io sentivo questi elicotteri girare sopra le nostre case.
This is absolutely insane.
And in Florida, Hurricane Milton tears up towns.
Oh, there it was! Crazy!
Leaving mayhem and misery in its wake.
Your home, it's a pile of concrete now.
Los Angeles, on the west coast of the USA, is a vibrant and diverse metropolis. Known as the entertainment capital of the world, A-list superstars in multi-million-dollar homes live the Hollywood dream. That turns into a nightmare in January of 2025.
Oh no, this is bad.
When Los Angeles is engulfed in a raging inferno of unimaginable destruction.
Oh my God.
Turning into a blazing wasteland, from which hundreds of thousands of people are forced to flee for their lives.
Wildfires really can have three main impacts. Number one, the built environment. We have homes and businesses that can burn in really hot fires. Number two, we have infrastructure that can burn, like telecommunication lines, roads, or even the railways of train lines can actually melt in the incredible heat of a wildfire. And then finally, the smoke from wildfires can spread hundreds or even thousands of kilometers, with smoke spreading into populated areas, causing massive impact on human life.
Santa Monica, to the west of downtown Los Angeles, is a popular coastal area nestled beside the Pacific Ocean and the beautiful Palisades Park. It's home to Hollywood film actor and animal activist William McNamara.
I've been a working actor since around 1988, and I've been doing animal rescue volunteering for at least 25 years. I was an only child, so I didn't have human brothers and sisters, but I guess I had animal brothers and sisters. You know, and I always think about the animals. So I've always had a respect for wild animals and Mother Nature.
January 7th, 2025. Los Angeles is experiencing its driest winter on record. with less than 1 centimetre of rainfall in the previous 8 months. With the Santa Ana desert winds approaching, a small brush fire starts amongst the vegetation in the hills just north of Santa Monica and begins to spread quickly across the dry scrubland.
I was doing my dishes at 9:30 in the morning, and I look up, and there's a giant plume of smoke. I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks like it's in Santa Monica. This is not a small kitchen fire somewhere. This is something really large. I had to grab my keys and drive over to see if there's anything I can do to help. I'm driving down Sunset right now. I went north to Sunset.
Oh, wow.
So Sunset is a famous street in Los Angeles. It goes from the beach all the way to downtown LA. So I got to Sunset where you could see everything. And that's when I could see the hills of the Palisades were on fire.
Pacific Palisades is a popular residential area to the west of downtown LA, around 8 kilometers northwest of Santa Monica. And the fire is spreading with terrifying speed across the hills behind the homes. Burning embers are picked up by the wind and dropped onto dry vegetation, starting new fires.
I was starting to get a little concerned because I saw other fires pop up along the hillside, very far from each other. So these hot spots kept arising.
Oh no, the wind is kicking up, so now we got this.
That was my first indication that something was really wrong.
Oh no, this is not good.
Cesena, in the north of Italy. Days of heavy rainfall in early May 2023 saturates the ground and causes river levels to rise dramatically. Less than 2 weeks later, 6 months of rain falls in just 36 hours, causing the river to burst its banks, leading to catastrophic flooding that traps residents and devastates the city.
This was really a combination of back-to-back flood events. It's not only that we watched the flood happen and leave, we also have elevated streams and rivers after that flood event, and the soils can remain saturated. That's what happened in Italy. We had a second flood event that was triggered 12 days after the first one, with tremendous amount of rainfall falling on already saturated soil.
The historic city of Cesena sits on the banks of the picturesque Savio River and is home to street vendor Lorenzo Grazzini, his parents and his younger brothers.
Cesena è sempre stata, è una città tranquilla. Io vivo in una zona appunto vicino al fiume, questo sentiero molto bello, molto frequentato per fare passeggiate.
After the heavy rain and flooding in early May, the city is just starting to recover. But an unexpected flood alert is raised once again, just 2 weeks later.
C'erano stati alcuni avvisi riguardo appunto il pericolo di alluvione. Le previsioni avevano dato forte pioggia e ci siamo svegliati, tutti abbiamo guardato fuori dalla finestra e in questa zona particolare a Cesena ci credavamo fino a un certo punto.
But as the rain worsens throughout the day, the river level rises rapidly. By midday, Lorenzo and his family begin to take heed of the flood warnings.
Noi appena abbiamo visto che comunque il livello dell'acqua si stava alzando velocemente, abbiamo iniziato a cercare di salvare le cose più importanti, più cose possibili, e portandole dal piano terra ai piani superiori.
But they're too late. The Savio River bursts its banks and thousands of gallons of river water begin to pour into the city streets and Lorenzo's house.
Cazzo dai mobili, pensa. Dal muro, galleggia.
The ground floor of Lorenzo's 3-story home is submerged, trapping him and his family on the upper level.
C'erano le sedie, i tavoli, anche i divani. galleggiavano, sbattevano contro di loro, se non guardare i vari oggetti e che l'acqua si distruggeva, si portava via. Il mio quartiere è completamente allagato e mi sembrava di essere in mezzo al mare. Mi sentivo molto spaesato.
Flash floods like the ones in Cesena can have deadly consequences. July 2021. The Chinese city of Shengzhou in the Henan province saw its heaviest rainstorm on record. After rain runoff swamps the city streets, gallons of floodwater begin pouring into the entrance to this underground mall. A woman caught in the deluge is continually pushed underwater by the force of the flood. As locals desperately attempt to rescue her, eventually dragging her to safety. She is lucky to be alive. Around 300 people tragically lost their lives in the floods. And it's not just heavy rainfall that can cause flash flooding. July 2018, the approaching Typhoon Maria causes enormous waves to wash over the waterfront city of Wenzhou in eastern China. As the waves worsen, they breach the seawall, flooding roads and submerging homes. But thankfully, no casualties were reported. Back in Los Angeles. Oh, wow. A huge wildfire is spreading across the hills in the neighborhood of Pacific Palisades.
Oh no, this is not good. The wind is kicking up.
With the Santa Ana desert winds blasting gusts of up to 160 kilometers per hour over the mountains, fanning the flames.
What allows these wildfires to develop and become real raging infernos is the strength and the direction of the wind. If the wind is blowing in one direction towards more dry tinder, then these wildfires have a source of fuel. And this is why some can just get out of control.
7,500 emergency personnel across Los Angeles are deployed, including the entire Arcadia Fire Department, led by Fire Chief Chen Suen.
We monitor the weather here pretty closely. We have these teams that we call pre-position teams. That's a team of 21, 22 personnel positioned locally in our area, ready to deploy anywhere. When the Palisades fire broke out, they were immediately dispatched to that fire.
Also in the Palisades, actor and animal rescue volunteer William McNamara is growing more concerned as the fires move closer to the homes in the neighborhood.
I started to see embers landing in and around houses, and I knew that the spot fires could start burning the houses. Spot fire right here. Maybe people are at work. Maybe they left their pets behind.
And there's another spot fire. I just told these guys up there, the guys down there working on the other one. Hopefully these guys will come up. There's the sun. Look how thick this is. It's crazy.
William gets a message from a friend who lives locally, asking him to make sure her cat is safe.
That's where I hooked up with Animal Advocacy Network. He's a certified search and rescue guy.
There we go.
I said, do you have a crowbar? He said, I do. And I said, we're just gonna pop the sliding glass door.
Still got lights on. Hi, sweetie. It's okay.
We hooked up with two other girls that are cat wranglers.
You're all right. You're okay. Hi.
Of course, the cat was panicked, and the two girls were chasing the cat around the room.
Go that way, go that way. Oh, gosh. Cat carrier. Got it?
There we go. close it, and I got it. There we go.
I called the owner and I said, "We've got your cat." She just started crying. You know, she was so happy and she was relieved.
But it isn't just the one cat in need of saving from the approaching fire. William is determined to help out as many other stranded pets as he can.
Then I got a text from one of my animal activist friends. She alerted me to a fire starting on Pacific Coast Highway on the beach at these modular homes. They're kind of like RV homes. Mostly old people, and they all have pets.
What I'm trying to do right now is get down to where the RV park is. They need help right now.
Just after midday, the flames start to engulf homes across the Palisades, and the wind, which is growing stronger, is pushing the fire east into more densely populated areas.
The winds were quite extreme. There were times where it literally would blow me off my feet. It just seemed like one house after another were catching on fire. Our firefighters, they were really doing the best they could to try to save as much as they could, but it was just so extreme.
And the disaster continues to escalate. A new fire starts in Eaton Canyon, 60 kilometers inland from Pacific Palisades, near the town of Altadena, which is home to motorcycle enthusiast Ryder Pittman. His dad, Kenneth, lives nearby.
Eaton Canyon caught on fire. It wasn't anything crazy immediately, but as I'm coming home late at night, I see like the entire hillside burning. It's mind-boggling, like I've never seen anything like that.
Ryder tries to dampen the area around his house in an attempt to protect it.
Let's just water the house here. I don't know, that's my neighbor's house that's on fire right now. This could be the difference in having a house tomorrow and not. I was trying to just comprehend the idea that my house was gonna go. This is terrifying. I don't think I'm gonna have a house. Thankfully, it's not a thought many of us have very often. Okay, let's leave this running. Got my suitcases, passports, stuff like that. Let's get my keys. We were out of the house within 15 minutes.
Ryder evacuates at 5 a.m.
I am getting all of my belongings out of my house because currently there are embers drifting down my street.
And returns in the daylight, along with his dad, Kenneth, to save more of his possessions and his motorbike.
Our house is on fire.
Burning embers, spread on the wind, are igniting homes, including Ryder's. He and Kenneth decide to risk their own safety in a desperate bid to save the house.
There was shrubbery on the side of our house that had caught on fire from loose embers. There's no water. I turn on the hose, unscrew it all the way, and there's like nothing coming out of there. Come on. There's zero pressure whatsoever. There's like nothing.
The water pressure has dropped as hundreds of residents attempt to hose down their homes to protect them from the advancing flames.
Oh. Do you have a bucket? Yes, I do, yes. Then we realized that we have a pool. We found some buckets and pots, and then we just started bucketing from there. We were just trying to keep out what we could.
The neighbors charging cable to their electric car must have been burning.
That was crazy.
I threw water on it and it blew up in my face. I still couldn't comprehend that we were in real danger. It just didn't seem possible.
October 2024. Hurricane Milton is forming in the Gulf of Mexico. gaining strength and traveling toward the west coast of Florida. Eagerly awaiting its arrival is storm chaser Jordan Hull.
Look at the cut, guys. I'm a full-time storm chaser and multimedia journalist who travels all over the United States chasing the world's most extreme weather.
Violent tornado!
What I enjoy most about storm chasing is seeing something new every day.
Strong, strong, strong!
Mother Nature at its rawest point, and something beautiful. It's never the same thing twice.
Lots of debris. It's coming right at us.
Storm chasing is a highly dangerous pursuit. But that doesn't stop another storm chaser on Milton's tail, Mike Boylan.
Since 2020, I've been in at least 14 storms, I think, 15. I've been in 6 major hurricanes now.
Getting hit with some really intense rains and some pretty fast winds here behind me.
It's a weird adrenaline rush. You're forecasting storms, talking about storms, sitting on the other side of the computer is one thing, but seeing it firsthand, it's a strange addiction.
My God, this is incredible winds here.
Anytime there's a storm, I'm gonna go hurricane chasing.
It's mid-afternoon on October 9th, and Hurricane Milton is predicted to make landfall in just a few hours' time near St. Petersburg on the west coast of Florida.
Listen, you can hear that howl, listen. Kind of freaky here, hearing that hurricane howl early on, right?
I was completely taken away by the power of the winds.
This could be ground zero where the Hurricane Milton is coming tonight.
The waves are crashing against the seawall like I've never seen.
As the hurricane approaches, wind gusts reach speeds of 285 kilometers per hour.
Hey everybody, it's Mike here. I'm coming to you from St. Petersburg, and this is absolutely insane.
Water was spraying 30, 40 feet in the air, just blanketing palm trees. With these winds, you get transformers start to blow and the power outages begin, and that's one indication things are getting pretty serious. We started hearing reports of the Tampa Bay Rays. It's a baseball stadium. I remember turning that corner and my heart sunk. I just could not believe what I was looking at. Waves are still howling, you know, and you can just see the roof flapping. The stadium basically was gone.
Back in northern Italy, floodwater from the Savio River continues to engulf the city of Cesena, trapping residents in their homes. The Italian Air Force immediately dispatch helicopter rescue teams. One of them is led by search and rescue pilot Captain Matteo Iaconis.
During that flood, all the rescue we performed were by hoist operations. We have a rescue swimmer on board that is took down with the hoist winch, and he performs all the first aid actions to bring people safe on board. Flying over Cesena was tough because the low visibility, the heavy rain coming down, and also there was some mist and very, very low lightning around. It made it very difficult. The water was rising up, and some buildings were covered up to the first floor, so about 6 meters high, and all the cars were surrounded by water. People was trying to save their lives by climbing the rooftops and also balconies.
Matteo is working with helicopter rescue specialist Salvatore Giaminelli to retrieve the residents that are trapped on the roofs and balconies.
I calm them by talking to them before hoisting them up, explain the situation, what they have to do, what they have to touch and don't. So a little briefing on essential things.
As darkness falls, Lorenzo and his family are still trapped in their home after floodwater has completely submerged the ground floor.
Verso sera erano circa le 11 mezzanotte, io sentivo questi elicotteri girare sopra le nostre case e ho deciso che dovevamo fare qualcosa, farci vedere in qualche modo. Perciò mi sono arrampicato sopra un mobile e sono arrivato sul tetto tramite un lucernaio. Allora ho pensato di farci vedere usando la torcia del telefono per farmi vedere da uno di questi elicotteri dell'aeronautica.
My biggest memory in that moment was the dark. You couldn't see anything. A lot of torches and phone torches as well. People pointing them towards the helicopters to be seen. Lorenzo was one of the many.
We saw him with his flashlight on the phone that was waving to us, so we flew over his house.
As a pilot, my main job was just to keep the helicopter straight and not moving as much as possible.
Quando è arrivato sopra la nostra casa è sceso questo militare tramite il vericello, che il militare appunto mi ha fatto le prime domande, mi ha detto che avrebbero portato via solo me e i miei 3 fratelli, mentre i genitori sarebbero dovuti rimanere lì fino al giorno dopo. Mi ha detto di preparare i miei fratelli, di farli salire. Quando parlavo dell'elicottero, mio fratello aveva molta paura e l'ho preso subito in braccio per primo, non gli ho lasciato neanche il tempo di pensare. Mano a mano sono saliti anche gli altri miei fratelli e io come ultimo, come maggiorenne. Una volta salito sull'elicottero mi sono sentito molto sicuro, comunque i miei fratelli erano già su e quindi è stata una bella sensazione. È stato senz'altro anche il viaggio in elicottero emozionante.
Buona la posizione. Tutto sotto controllo. Ok, mi piace.
The Italian Air Force rescued a total of 332 people from the floods of northern Italy.
La donna è dentro.
Both of the May flood events combined are estimated to have caused 8.8 billion euros worth of damage, and 17 lives were tragically lost in the floods. Lorenzo's parents were rescued by boat the next day, but the damage to their home and to Lorenzo's livelihood was devastating.
Qualche notte dopo, circa una settimana dopo, e poi appena siamo entrati senti la puzza che comunque ti porta al fango. E vedi proprio la tua casa sporca, la tua casa devastata da questo fango che ha inglobato tutto e che si è infilato veramente da ogni parte. Questo evento senz'altro mi ha cambiato in modo positivo, mi ha fatto capire l'importanza della famiglia. La natura ha il suo corso, ha i suoi effetti che abbiamo visto, e però il mio rapporto resterà comunque sereno, come è sempre stato. A me piace molto la natura, mi è sempre piaciuto molto anche abitare appunto in questa zona perché siamo molto vicini alla natura e la accettiamo assolutamente anche dopo questi eventi.
In Los Angeles, wildfires are continuing to spread rapidly across the county, fueled by hurricane-force winds.
Oh no, the wind is kicking up.
Animal activist William is risking his life, driving into the fire surrounding a beachfront RV park in search of animals that need rescuing.
This is the beach right here, and that's the RV park.
Winds became like gale force winds, which I've never experienced in Los Angeles. Incredible wind, incredible smoke, and hot, large embers flying through the air, hitting me.
This is where I'm trying to get to, right here. This is the RV area. I want to go in there and help, but it doesn't look possible. The heat and smoke and embers were so intense. It was like apocalyptic. There's an RV right up there, burning. All these modular homes run on propane. You hear explosions going on. Those are propane tanks exploding. Oh, because boom, boom, huge explosions. So the sound alone of these explosions is terrifying.
Come in here.
The fire services are completely overwhelmed and call in reinforcements as the fires barrel inland, tearing through multi-million-dollar homes.
We had firefighters from Utah, Nevada, Washington. I believe there were firefighters that were deployed from Mexico. A large part of our firefighting operations, we heavily rely on air support. Having helicopters, having what we call rotor wings helicopters and airplanes dropping retardant to basically take some of the heat out of the fire. But because of the winds, we had absolutely no air resources.
Really sad.
The flames were gigantic and were spreading so fast, but the wind was whipping so hard. Behind me, this is terrible. This is a really... Those are half ball. Oh, see those embers? They get right in your eye. And I tried 2 or 3 times to run into it. I was just beaten back by the heat.
I want to get in there.
You hit a wall of like 300-400 degrees. I texted my friends, hey, the modular homes, there's nothing I can do.
Emergency crews have now closed the Pacific Highway in an attempt to control the spread of the fire. Sir William abandons his vehicle and his mission to save any more pets in order to get home safely on foot. But he's horrified at what he's witnessing.
This is a massive disaster. I had to walk through the village, Palisades village. Nobody was there. Oh, there's a Tesla. Seeing cars burned to the ground, little bit of the frame left. Just home after home after home. And the landmarks were gone. There's a famous theater in the Palisades, completely gone. Oh no. It's the theater. Oh my God. It's so far from reality. Everything's gone. To see this type of destruction up close and the immense magnitude of it. These are all the homes on Sunset as you drive into the village. Hundreds of houses in the Pacific Palisades, like all mini mansions, gone for as far as you can see everywhere. It's apocalyptic.
June 2017. In the Hunan province, China. Following a period of heavy rainfall, a hill by the side of the road begins to break apart, and the land starts to slide. Terrified residents run for cover as hundreds of tons of mud and rock crash into homes and shops. Shattering glass and blocking their exit with cars and debris. This shocking footage shows just how suddenly a landslide can occur, and the deadly, devastating carnage it can leave behind in its wake. In the Henan province, heavy rainfall in September of 2021 causes a mudslide to slip off a mountain near the city of Luoyang. The mud, along with the continuing rain, forms a fast-flowing river that takes over the roads and bringing traffic to a literal standstill, proving that roads and automobiles are no match for the might of Mother Nature. In Florida, storm chaser Mike Boylan is still in the middle of Hurricane Milton.
And this is absolutely insane.
Filming the storm's rampage as it rips across St. Petersburg.
We heard a crash. Literally about a block away, this massive crane fell onto a building. There was bricks everywhere. It was a huge crane that just completely covered the road. Craziest thing I've ever seen.
An hour south, another storm chaser, Jordan Hall, is capturing the carnage that Milton is causing in Venice.
Venice, Florida, was right in the path of the most intense winds on the northeast quadrant of the eye. There went the power. Power lines were exploding, substations were exploding. You could hear the distant rumble of the electricity fizzling as the salt was hitting the power lines with all the winds. I pulled over and I looked over at this house. And it was at that moment the power line exploded.
Oh, there it was! Crazy!
It was loud. It actually scared me. And it actually knocked the power out there as well. So that was just one of the thousands of power line explosions that had happened that night.
Hurricane Milton brought wind gusts of up to 285 kilometers per hour, making it the fifth most intense Atlantic hurricane on record, and causing catastrophic flooding along the coast.
If a hurricane is large and very powerful before it hits the coast, it's guaranteed that you're going to get a massive storm surge. Hurricane Milton inflicted a storm surge that was 3 to 4 meters high. Not only did it inflict wind and flood damage, it also pushed in tremendous amounts of sand to many Florida coastal communities, with sand reaching as high as 1 to 2 meters in many buildings.
One of the parts of Florida worst affected by Milton's storm surge was Minnesota Key on the west coast. Jenny and William Hilburn are long-term residents and evacuees.
Milton did a lot of damage to the home. If we'd have stayed, we would have been
Not here.
not here.
This was our living room, and all the walls were glass. And the sunroom was over here. We had a sunroom along the whole house, all glass.
I had over 1,000 albums right here that I've collected since
Collection.
I've been 18 years old. We had a hot tub somewhere. It was over there somewhere.
No, it was back here. It was right in here, but the trees are gone. You couldn't see this corner of the house for the trees, the bushes.
In this area here, it was all bushes and landscaping and irrigation through here. It's vegetation all along there. And then the rocks were 3 or 4 foot higher than this. They've laid down in the yard now for either the wind or water. On the other side of these rocks is where our life was at, right there. Absolutely beautiful.
It's a pile of concrete now.
At least 24 people tragically died in Florida as a result of Hurricane Milton, and the damage was estimated at around $50 billion.
Are we scared of Mother Nature? No, you just have to respect it and move out of its way. Oh, it's okay though. We'll be back one day. I love you.
Love you too.
Back in Altadena, Los Angeles, Ryder and Kenneth are still trying their best to beat back flames and rescue Ryder's home. But they're fighting a losing battle.
I realized the conditions are getting worse and worse and worse. I became more concerned for our safety and safety for my kid. It was raining fire on us and very hard to breathe. There was no oxygen. The smoke was so thick, it was just poisonous. The neighbor's house, looking over the fence, was just a wall of fire.
I think this is a lost cause. This may be it.
And when I looked at the other side of the fence, I thought that this is just gonna make its way straight through the house. That's when I thought, we gotta get out of here.
Gotta get out of here, Ryder. Okay.
I think that we're in danger now, and I don't think this is a safe place for us to be, and we've gotta go.
Dude, I am actually in the apocalypse right now.
The fires in LA burned for a total of 24 days, and 29 people tragically lost their lives. 200,000 people were forced from their homes, and more than 18,000 structures were destroyed, making the fires one of the most destructive in California's history.
To see entire blocks just leveled and devastated was just shocking. There's a lot of anger out there, you know, natural human feelings of, you know, why did this happen?
It took fire crews from 7 different US states, as well as teams from Mexico and Canada, to get the blaze under control. But it still wasn't enough. Ryder's home was burned to the ground.
The house was a complete loss.
And it just was like, hit me like a knife. I had so much of my life in my home.
But Ryder finds hope among the ashes in the form of his first ever motorbike.
I just look at it and I just was like, I bet this thing starts. We were like, no way. It was wonderful.
William and other animal activists spent weeks rescuing and rehoming thousands of terrified animals that had been affected by the fires.
Hey, you're okay. Come on.
The list of rescues was like horses, pigs, goats, male and female, chickens, peacocks.
We got 3 over here.
A lot of koi fish. There's a lot of koi fish ponds. The satisfaction I get is the animal being alive and happy and being reunited with the owner.
Oh, look at you, little one.
Heidi, are you shy?
Yeah.
Wildfires can be uncontrollable.
Come in here, right here.
From the time a spark ignites a fire till it's on a populated area, it can be a matter of minutes before people are in harm's way.
Oh my God.
You gotta get out of here, Ryder.
Wildfires are nature's reminder that we're never truly in control.
The weather.
Tornado, stay low!
The pulse of the earth. And an uncontrollable force.
Our island is in trouble!
As global temperatures rise,
This might be the last time I'm in my house.
the weather is getting more extreme.
It's an unstoppable force.
And even more catastrophic.
It's the most active I've ever seen it.
With devastating consequence.
You better go! It's coming!
Proving once again that we are no match for the world's deadliest weather.
Oh, dear God.